Okay, good morning everyone. Today I will try to configure Nakivo to perform a full backup on Cubbit. A secure backup with everything attached, and we will follow the standard configuration. Okay, from start we should specify the machine we want to backup. So I'm going to go in the inventory and add my virtual machine. So I click on virtual, click next, VMware machine, and it's okay. And then I need to specify the host name and everything everything mandatory to perform a full backup. I need to recollect the password because it's something a bit complicated, but not that long. It's just a machine, a testing machine. I hope everything was fine. And the machine get created. I call it machine for simplicity. Let's give him a few more seconds, and all my virtual machines are available, as you can see. Then we need to add a repository. What is a repository? Well, it is the target destination of our backup. In order to add a repository, first of all, I need some credential. So let's create those credentials together. Before creating credential, I need to log in my console and create a bucket to perform the operation. So I will specify the name of the bucket. As suggested by AWS, the bucket will be called name of the company and target destination of the bucket. So this bucket is meant to be used for a backup Nakivo. At the moment, I'm not going to enable neither versioning, neither object lock. This is an important security functionality. So in production, in real case, I will probably enable both of them. But at the moment, we don't need them, so I prefer going straight to the implementation. As you can see, the bucket is created properly. Then I'll go in the section IP keys and generate a new pair of API keys. I copy those and use them in my configuration. So let's start this configuration on Nakivo. Create a new backup repository. I need a Cloud S3 compatible storage and click next. I select a vendor and we are a generic S3 compatible storage. So we call it Cubbit. And since we do not yet have an account, we have to create one. So next, generic, display name Cubbit, serving and then we can copy the two credentials created previously. So credential 1 and credential 2. And try to perform a connection. We got informed about the certificate used to perform the test, and the certificate get accepted, so we can click finish. And we have a new Cubbit in our inventory, the previous the previous screen. So we can get back and from the drop down specify Cubbit. In Cubbit we can pick one of the bucket, and we can see there's plenty of them, but we should choose the Nakivo one. Then we can click next and see all the options we have. We can enable data saving and a lot of other functionality like a full verification and explicit sync, but at the moment we don't need those functionality. We just want to back up a machine. We click finish, and then we have a new repository named Cubbit that's going to get created in a few seconds. Then we have done everything we need to start a job. So we can go in jobs and create a new backup job. We need to perform a VMware vSphere backup job. So, what we want to backup? The source. We pick machine, but which machine? Not all of them. We just want to backup a single machine, a test machine. Then we click next and we specify the destination. And we pick Cubbit as a destination. Then we can define schedule. At the moment we don't need a schedule, but we can. Moreover, we can decide to enable immutability. Obviously, immutability is only available if we enable object lock. This is really important, and I cannot stress enough how much important immutability is, because you should consider to keep the data immutable for more days than the full backup get created, in order to be sure that you can recover your data in case of an accident or if something bad happened. But I don't need a schedule. I want to run it on demand just for the test, just to present you. But it's very important that you configure this as you intended. So we have the name, we have a lot of information about the backup, for example, the priority, if it should start disabled, what to do if something fails, but we can just click finish and create the backup job. As you can see, it's really easy. At the moment, Nakivo haven't yet created anything inside the bucket. We can open the bucket and see, oh no, in reality Nakivo already creates something inside the bucket. For example, some files, some configuration file that you use, but not yet create the backup, since we haven't yet run the command. So now we can finally run the backup. And then we have run the backup. Is 17 gigabyte of data. It's a quite small machine. Then Nakivo will start uploading data to our obviously this part is the most boring one, because we are still creating the snapshot before start uploading it, but you have a full view of what we are doing, so it's quite easy to grasp this work. Then we have finally a view of data transfer speed and data in transfer raw data. So we can follow if 17 gigabyte will be transferred to our bucket destination. Be more sure about the situation. Also, we can go in project settings and see about the storage that get increased today. Oh, a new raw data get created. As you can see, speed going up and also data is flowing. Then we can skip to the end of this process and see the process completed. As you can see, it was really easy to configure Nakivo for perform a backup of a virtual machine on the secure cloud storage provided by Cubbit.